Hey Wargamers, welcome back to the channel, Death from Above Wargaming. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Kevin.
And we are back. Another 8,000 point classic BattleTech battle report. We're pretty amped about this one. Classic conflict, FedSuns against the Draconis Combine. I get to field my brand new, freshly painted Altenmarkt Militia.
That's right. And I will be borrowing the Royalston Grenadiers.
That's right. Well, we got to make it
using
epic.
your own mechs against you.
Classic Kevin. So we're also not only doing some new mechs, we got a new mission type that you devised called Intercept, right?
Yep.
Tell us about it. What do we got going on?
All right, so we're going to be using 6 objectives laying down on the board, 3 that we each got to place.
Yep.
They're going to be 12 inches from any edge.
Okay.
We do it before we choose our edges. And what we're going to do is from turns 2 through 6, so that's 5 turns, we're going to roll a d6. Whatever number we get, that's the objective where essentially a supply drop is coming down on. You need to control it for 2 turns, which just means coming within 3 inches and
making sure
having no contesting mechs there, holding it for 2 end phases.
Okay.
And then it's yours, and you get the points for it. So it's sort of a random drop mission, going to be a lot of moving around, running around, and you'll see.
So there's 5 objectives, or 6 objectives, but only 5 activate.
Right.
Okay, very cool.
So till the bitter end, you'll be curious where you don't know where it's going to go.
I like that, and you can't roll the same objective twice.
Yep, that's in it as well.
All right, so that's going to be intense.
So the objectives will be roughly worth half of the total points available. Okay. So you can choose to ignore them and just try to kill the opponent, but there are free points out there. I suspect we'll be going for them.
Right, and you basically have to go 4-0. If you don't go for the objectives, right? So they're going to be important. All right, very cool, very cool. I guess we'll talk about the forces a little bit.
Sure.
You want to kick it off?
Yeah, so this is an 8,000 point match. We've got a lot of big stuff running around. I'll start with the small and work my way up. We have an Enforcer 4R.
That's a good one.
A lot of mods here. Or not on this one, rather. This one doesn't have much. This one, I just moved the ammo to the center.
Right, drop the small laser.
Getting it out and drop the small laser.
Nothing big. Okay.
The one I made a lot of changes on with the quick draw. So the quick draw, I upgunned the SRMs to a 6, ditched 2 of the medium lasers, and flipped some of those, the 2 rear ones forward that are in the torso.
Gotcha.
So it's more heat efficient, added some sinks, got rid of some firepower, but I want to run around and shoot stuff with this guy.
Yeah, it's a good move.
I also have the Archer 2R.
Okay.
So 2 racks of LRM 20s. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. Always.
I think I ditched small laser, or no, medium lasers on the Archer in order to fit some sinks.
Okay. All right.
And then I lastly have the Highlander, the 733P. So this is the PPC variant of the Highlander. And with this one, I just relocated an ammo bin.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. What do you got?
Yeah. So again, running the Altenmarkt Militia, right? And I've got a Black Knight. So this is cool. This is an MWO sculpt that I have acquired. So very excited to field this guy. This is a pretty standard, your standard Black Knight BL7.
So much heat, so much laser.
It's true. I did drop a couple lasers. I dropped a small, a medium, and a half a ton of armor. And I added 2 more heat sinks. So this way...
Drop a couple lasers, but you still have like a dozen.
Still have at least a dozen, right. Yeah, it's got so many. The other mech I have is one of your favorites, the Catapult K2. So classic move here. Dropped all the machine guns, the ammo, and I put it straight into heat sinks. I think
damn Curitas.
Yeah, love it. And then I have a Guillotine. So this is one we haven't seen on the channel yet. This is one of my favorites, a real tough, classic design. No mods to this one, so large laser, 4 mediums, SRM6, 12 tons of armor, jump jets. So hopefully it will be useful moving around the mountainous terrain here to pick up those objectives. And then lastly, just a little guy, Jenner JR7F. So this is about 1,100 points or so.
He's becoming a celebrity on the channel.
It's a celebrity mech. It's tough, 4 medium lasers and lots of armor, no chance for ammo explosion. So it has some durability to it. So I'm hoping that with a little speed and a little luck, he'll be picking up all the supply drops.
Yeah.
So that's what we're hoping for. That's right. That's right. Fitted with a bulldozer blade, so he can scoop up those objectives as he runs by at 100 and whatever it is kilometers an hour.
Oh my.
All right. Cool.
This will be interesting.
So that's the forces, that's the mission. I guess next let's head over to the battle grid and check that out, and then we'll talk about where we place those objectives and what we did for deployment, and we'll get this thing started. So stay tuned. We're coming right up. Deployment is complete. So the Altenmarkt Militia deployed along this edge here. Jenner, Catapult, Black Knight, Guillotine. And we had a bit of a favorable distribution of objectives. Remember, these objectives were placed before we rolled to pick table edge. They were sort of randomly placed down. They have to be 6 inches apart, 12 inches from a table edge. So we're doing all right out of the gate. The Royalston Grenadiers, though, lots of LRMs planted up here on the ridge line, and of course the Enforcer and the Quick Draw down here in the valley, looking to answer the Draconis Combine forces. So coming up will be our turn 1 movement recap. All right, turn 1 after initiative and movement. So the recap, the Altenmarkt Militia lost the initiative. We had to move first. The Guillotine moved up through the river there, utilizing its jump jets. Both the Catapult and the Black Knight moving up to secure the ridge line here, and the Jenner from the corner moving around. So we have nice control over these 3 objectives here. Nobody is in range, though, yet.
That's right, a thrilling round 1. So Quick Draw, sort of cutting over towards this objective. The Enforcer is going to make his way up the hill, and the big boys, Archer and Highlander, are doing a little Congo line on the ridge line.
They look pretty crowded up there.
They are at the moment.
All right, well, turn 2 coming up next. All right, Wargamers, we're back. After turn 2, movement. So some things have happened here. Big news. The first objective is popped, so because I won initiative, I got the roll. I rolled a 4. Each of these objectives does have a number on them. Very cool. So this is number 4, so we knew that this was the one. So I, of course, moved both of my mechs that were close to it at least to try to secure that. If I can hold that for 2 turns uncontested, I'll score those points. The Guillotine was getting targeted by those those 2 mechs up on the hills. Heard the HUD humming, so he retreated back, jumped back behind the river. And the Jenner, trying to draw some fire, just tore out there on the right flank.
All right, so Archer and Highlander are continuing down the ridge line up here on the crest. Enforcer's making his way up towards this objective, and Quick Draw is just sort of hedging his bets, kind of going up the middle here. He'll be the only one in range to fire. He's going to be dropping some LRM-10s on the Black Knight. All
right, cool, and I'll be responding in kind with classic Mech Warrior style ridgeline snipers. So I'll be firing 3 PPCs down at that Quick Draw. Won't be an easy shot, but we'll see what happens. So shooting coming up next.
All right, the Royalston Grenadiers are going to be firing first. I have the Quick Draw firing that LRM-10 on that Black Knight that's just coming over that hill. So I need a 9.
All right, let's see what you got here.
Ha! No good.
All right, so now the Black Knight and the Catapult shooting down at the lone Grenadier in range, so they're just peeking over that ridge line. Let's see what we can get here. So the Black Knight's going to need 10s. Here we go. Ooh, just misses it. Not really. And then we're going to move right on to the Catapult. I need 9s on the Catapult. All right, so K2's hot, hits 1.
How am I looking cover-wise?
You have no cover, but that is a CT shot regardless. Ooh. Legs arguable, but does not matter. So 10 points of damage to the CT of that Quick Draw. Turn 2 damage report. First blood by the Draconis Combine. That FedSuns Quick Draw got nailed in the CT with a PPC, light damage overall, and no other damage on either team. All right, turn 3. After movement, the Royalston Grenadiers won initiative. So Kevin, you got to roll to see which of the objectives went hot. And thankfully, you rolled 5, which happens to be right here. I did lose initiative. I had to move first, so I moved the Guillotine back. He's just jumping back and forth over this river here. He must look like an idiot. But now he's got purpose. He's going for this objective, so we'll see what happens. Obviously not in range yet to secure that. The heavies here, the Black Knight, the Catapult, my fire support corps, making a full advance up on that ridge. They're going to be gunning down at that Quick Draw. They're going to stay on their target and see if they can at least do some damage, maybe get lucky and knock them out. And the Jenner out here on the right flank at full speed, starting to close in there in case some of those backfield objectives are called, at least buy the rest of the team some time in true Draconis Combine fashion.
Any firing by that Jenner?
Yeah, the Jenner will be firing. It's going to be firing some medium lasers into that quick draw.
All right. So likewise, the quick draw turned and wanted to get the hell away from those PPC fire, trying to hide behind this rock.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite make it, but still, he's going to unload his Alpha Strike on the Jenner.
Ouch.
The Enforcer worked his way up the hill, pivoted, he's making his way towards, everybody's ascending on that descending on that Black Knight. You're going to get LRM fire across the board from all these guys. The Congo line of my assault is coming down as well, the heavy and the assault. So that's that.
All right, very cool. Well, we got some exciting shooting coming up, so let's get right into that. All right, so the Altenmarkt Militia is up first. Fire support mechs, raining PPCs down on that quick draw. Now we're going to start with the catapult. That is a level 3 forest, but the catapult's on a level 3 hill. And even though the forest is a little elevated, that is still a clear shot. So we need 9s to hit. Nothing. Next up is the Black Knight, firing down on that quick draw. Also needs 9s to make this happen. All right, lastly, the Jenner, firing on the quick draw, also needs 9s. All right, not bad. So, get one. Just one hit.
Not great, but not bad.
What is going on with this shooting round? I am rolling terrible. I mean, I'm like, wow, it's so exciting. I hit with something. So that's right torso, Kev. So nothing too damaging against the quick draw. He survives a fusillade of PPC and laser fire.
All right, now the Grenadiers. The quick draw that came down the hill is firing on that Jenner with everything he has. LRM 10 needs a 9. The mediums and the SRM 6 need an 11.
All right.
Ooh.
So looks like one medium.
One medium.
It's about the same as the Jenner got.
5. This could be the right leg. The Enforcer is now coming down on the Black Knight with AC-10, large laser, both need a 10.
Oh, man, I don't like when that AC-10 is in range. The thing's scary.
Ooh,
Enforcer pilot is hot. Looks like
large laser
everything hits, right?
No.
Oh, you
need
needed
a
10s, you're right. Okay.
Oh, so
Floating
sorry.
critical.
So sorry.
Well, you know, you rolled the wrong dice, but we'll let it slide, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Colors matter. Here.
That's right, colors matter. So we got a large laser, floating critical. Let's see where that goes. Obviously, it's going to be a cockpit shot. Right torso.
Right torso. All right, now the Highlander's up, firing with his PPC and LRM 20 at the Black Knight. Now, I believe the left leg is going to receive some cover, but that's it. So I need 9s on both.
There we go.
No good. All right, last but not least, the Archer, raining death with his 2 LRM 20s. I need 8s on that Black Knight. And both make it.
I don't like that.
Let's do one cluster at a time here.
So 3 up will hit. That's a full house.
Full house, and the second cluster, I'll let that count. And just 1 from the second cluster.
Okay. So that's 25 LRMs coming in.
All right, rolling for location. Not too bad, good spread.
Turn 3 damage report. The Black Knight on the Altenmarkt Militia getting focused through armor critical on the right torso. Unfortunately knocks out a large laser, but otherwise armor is holding up. The Jenner, sparring with that quick draw, moving into the backfield, survives a alpha strike, only taking 5 points to the right torso. And then the quick draw, the focus of the Draconis Combine, still holding together, just a little bit more damage on that right side. The Combine hoping for more, but they just didn't get it. All right, it is turn 4. Movement is complete. Another objective is activated. So Kevin, you won the initiative. The Grenadiers have that advantage again, and objective 2 over on your side of the table activated. Now, lucky for me, I did have the Jenner in the vicinity to contest that in the short term, but I'm not really sure how he's going to fare over there. So I had to move first. Here's basically what happened. The guillotine over here behind the forest moved up to claim this objective. If he can hold that for 2 turns, that'll be another one in the bag for the Combine. The Black Knight kind of fled down the hill, seeking some cover behind the rocks from that vanguard approaching across the ridgeline. And the Catapult K2 moved up, and he's going to torso twist, put some fire on that quick draw. These 2 guys will be shooting up with large lasers and PPC fire at the Archer. And then the Jenner, skittered around on the right flank into the woods, is within 3 inches of that objective, so is contesting. He's going to torso twist and fire his left arm mounted medium lasers at the quick draw.
All right. So I'll start down there. That quick draw circled around. He's going to try to get that Jenner in the rear with his Alpha Strike. Sitting just outside the woods, so some trouble shooting in, but we're hoping we can overcome that. The Archer, the Highlander, proceeded on their ridgeline run, and they're going to still try to get that Black Knight down there with their LRM fire and the PPC from that Highlander. The Enforcer kind of worked his way up to the top of the hill. He's also going to try to still put the pressure on that Black Knight with his AC-10 and a large laser.
All right, very cool. We'll get the dice rolling. All right, the Black Knight firing for the Combine at the Archer. Got a PPC and a large laser, both of them extreme range. Gonna need 8s. All right, so nothing hits. This Black Knight just getting pounded, running for cover, nothing doing. All right, the Guillotine firing uphill at that same Archer. At best can chip the paint here. Needs 7s to hit. So that is a hit on a 8 there, and then location, just right arm, not what we want. All right, Catapult firing down on that quick draw there. Also needs 8s at extreme range. Can we get it? Like that. Now, Kevin, I am in your left side arc, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what I can roll up here. That is a table I do not have committed to memory, so I may need your help on the locations here. I got an 8 and a 7. I believe 8 CT.
CT, that's right. 7 would be left torso.
All right, so there you have it. Little correction from the declaration. I realized after the fact that I can arm flip this sucker. So he's going to flip those arms around. I'm going to hit that quick draw with 3 mediums. Generally needs 5s to hit. Here we go. Of course one misses. Classic Jenner move right there. But do get 2. 2 out of 3. Where can I hit? I need some CT shots. Can I get a 7? I cannot. So right leg and left torso. Ugh.
All right, that battered quick draw is going to try to pop that Jenner in the back. He's got his SRM-6 2 mediums. I'm not firing the LRM-10s. I said Alpha earlier, but he's not going to fire the LRMs.
All right.
I need 9s.
Not an easy shot for so close, but that Jenner's hauling and in the woods.
Oh, come on.
Love it. All
right, Enforcer's up. He's shooting down at the Black Knight. Those legs are behind cover, but he needs 8s to hit with his AC-10 and large laser.
All right.
Nothing. Well, sorry. I am bad at math. I was looking at the wrong die. The AC-10 hit.
All right. All right, so 10, that is left arm.
Highlander's up. He's going to be using his LRM-20 and PPC, again, down at that Black Knight. I need 7s and 8s on the LRM PPC, respectively.
All right.
Oh, man. You're getting a lucky round. All right, last but not least, the Archer trying to salvage the Lance and get that Black Knight.
Your only hope, Kevin.
The LRM rack needs 6s.
Okay, that's a fairly easy shot. Can I jinx it?
All right, just 1.
Okay. Looks like that cover paid off for the Black Knight, intangibly.
This is the cluster confirmation. All of it. Good. Good, good, good.
Ouch. All right, well, that's definitely going to force another piloting check this round for that BK.
Now, I can't hit the legs.
That is true.
It may not force one.
But I don't think there... Oh, there's 1 left leg in there. The 9 is discarded, but that's still 15 damage. It looks like a pretty good smattering CT and left arm. Turn 4 damage report. The Black Knight continues to take LRMs and lasers. The left arm now critical. Upper arm actuator destroyed. CT on the verge. The guillotine popping the archer for some retaliatory fire. Nothing really special there. But the archer is going to have to keep an eye on that heat meter as it's creeping up. And the quick draw still surviving. Armor is holding up, is hanging tough, still the focus of the Combine, but they just cannot take this mech down. Okay, we're back, turn 5. So, a lot has happened. I lost the initiative yet again. Kevin, I would love to do a statistical analysis of how many times you beat me in the initiative phase, but you rolled for the objective. Number 1 is now hot. So, I had to move first, of course, per usual. So the guillotine is staying within 3 inches of this objective. Looks like I'm going to cap this one at the end of the turn. So he just moved forward at a nice cruising speed there, and will be blasting the Highlander with an Alpha Strike, 4 mediums, SRM-6 large laser. The catapult came down off the hill, tried to claim a little bit of cover from this ridge. Not sure if that's going to serve him at all. Firing twin PPCs up at the Highlander. So I'm going to try to put some fire there. On the right flank, the Black Knight still running for its life. LRM just raining death. Moved basically from behind this rock around and just into the forest on the outskirts there. We'll be firing at the quick draw just past the Jenner's ear there. And the Jenner, trading places with the quick draw, jump jetted backwards, pulling a pretty sweet maneuver there. And we'll be firing 3 medium lasers again at that quick draw, hoping maybe for a CT shot, because that armor is just about to go internal there. So we'll see what happens.
All right, so my quick draw sort of circled around, took your place in the woods for that, from that where the Jenner was.
Yep.
He's going to be firing his short-range weaponry, the SRM-6 2 mediums, at the Jenner. Secondary target with the LRMs is that Black Knight across the way. He's going to try to pop him off with that. The Enforcer falling back towards the objective that was activated. He's going to be firing that AC-10 and large laser down at the guillotine. The Highlander working his way up towards the center. He's going to be firing his LRM-20s and the PPC down at the Black Knight again. We're trying to finish him off. And then the 2 medium lasers he has, he's going to try to secondary fire down at the guillotine.
Okay. Sounds
Archer, last but not least, the LRM-20 rack only. That's going to be going down at that Black Knight as well.
So just one rack. I'm getting a reprieve from
no, both racks.
Oh, okay.
The racks, plural racks.
Oh, got it. Now, is that Enforcer within 3 inches of that objective yet?
Yes.
He is. All right, cool. So shooting is coming up next. All right, turn 5 shooting. We're back. That Black Knight's going to open it up for the Militia. Firing at that quick draw, positioned in the forest, trying to knock him off that objective. So that Black Knight is going to need 7s and 8s, 7s on the PPC, 8s on the large laser. All right, well, the PPC hits, which is good. Now, Kevin, you are presenting your right side arc, so this is going to be in the right. All right, here we go. That is a 3 in the right side arc, I believe. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
It's going to be like the right leg, I think.
Right leg, something like that. We'll figure that out in the damage recap. All right, Jenner coming up next.
Yeah.
3 more medium lasers coming in. Jenner needs 7s to hit because of the jump maneuver, the forest cover, and they are at medium range. So here we go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Man, depressing. Catapult. Hopefully getting some fire on that Highlander. We're going to start focusing him. He's worth a lot of victory points. So the Cat needs 7s on both PPCs. Here we go. Unreal. The streak of terribleness continues. And lastly, the guillotine. Depression setting in on the Militia. All right, so the guillotine, can you redeem us, please, sir? So 6s and 7s. Here we go. I need 6s. Oh, I could use a piloting die too. Let me grab that. I need 6s on the large laser, 7s on all the medium range stuff. Oh my god.
Ooh.
But the large laser does manage to hit.
Can you just do like a selfie depression shot right now?
I cannot do a selfie depression shot. It would not look pretty. So medium laser into the Highlander. It's going to be center torso.
All right, quick draw is kicking it off. The SRM-6 2 mediums into that Jenner. He needs 8s.
All right.
just because you're a bouncing fool.
Listen, the Jenner is wily, but your gunnery clearly better than mine.
So I'm going to do the clusters.
Now you modified this mech. This is an SRM 6 on the quick draw.
Up gun to an SRM 6, that's right.
It's going to be painful. That is a full house.
And just one of the mediums, right?
Yep. Depression, I tell you. Headshot. I see a bunch of CT. That looks like it is going to hurt that little Jenner.
Quick draw, squeezing off that secondary LRM fire at the Black Knight. He needs 7s, ironically easier on this.
Alright.
No good. Alright, the Enforcer trying to fire down at that guillotine with the AC-10 large laser. He needs 8s. Alright, the Highlander, it's time to go on to that Black Knight. The PPC and LRM 20. He needs a 6 and a 7. For the LRM, obviously, is the 6.
And you add in the fact that the Black Knight is in forest. I think it's 7s and 8s.
Come on, man. Is he really? No, I see over it. I see over it.
Oh, but he's standing in the hex. I mean, let's take a look here.
Clearly, he's well within that forest. All right.
Hey, I had to pay the movement penalty.
Fair enough.
All right, so 7s and 8s. Wouldn't have made a difference anyway.
Nope, nope, nope. He had a secondary fire. The medium laser's down at that guillotine. He needs 8 on this.
Gotcha.
Nada. All right, Archer doing what he's been doing all day, salvaging the lance. He needs 6s firing down to that Black Knight.
All right.
Oh my gosh, 1 at least, somehow.
Maybe it's another one of those heavy fog kind of days. I don't know. Lots of missing happening on this ridgeline.
Only
Clusters sailing wide. Black Knight will live to fight another day.
A 6. So
it's like
the right
torso, yeah.
Turn 5 damage report. The Black Knight gets lucky. Makes it out with only a little additional damage to the right torso. No heat on the board, but this mech still the focus of the FedSuns. The Jenner, however, did get smacked. SRM fire across the board, some directed fire on the CT. The pilot is still conscious, but that mech has 6 points of heat for a movement penalty. The Highlander now the focus of those heavies, taking a little bit of damage to the CT, but obviously doing okay. And the quick draw, just unbelievable. Cannot take this mech down. Ends up taking a ton of fire to that right leg, a little bit across the torso, but still in one piece.
Team, we're back. It is after initiative, turn 6. Kevin, you've just won initiative.
Again.
Shocking. There are only 2 objectives remaining on the table, and only one of them will activate. This is the last turn for objective activation. So,
right. And well, you know, they're not the only 2 left on the table. It's the only 2 left to activate.
Correct. So there's a 6 here. There's a 3 here. This could be big, because if Kevin rolls a 3, that's going to give me a decisive advantage. If Kevin rolls a 6, I'm going to have a lot of trouble getting my mechs up that hill. So this could very well decide the game. You, sir, because you won initiative, you get to make that roll. So here it comes. Now, if it has to be a 3 or a 6, otherwise we are re-rolling, it's a 1. It is a 3. So there it is. That objective is going hot. We'll be right back with the movement recap. We are back, turn 6. So, we saw it on camera. Number 3 activated right here. Of course, once again, I lost initiative. No surprise there. But the catapult just took a little bit of a step back here and is now guarding that objective. So I'll have 1 in the bag at the end of this turn, currently uncontested, and so far it looks like those big heavies are not going to be able to get there, so could be big. The guillotine pushing up the hill, trying to cut off this this convoy of nasty mechs coming down the ridgeline. We'll see what kind of damage we can do. On the right side here, so the Black Knight starting behind the woods, bolting out. It is also going to be firing down at the quick draw alongside the Jenner. And the Jenner did a little roundabout move to pick up the 3 mod. It is suffering from a movement penalty due to heat. It's going to do a little arm flipping action, just fire 2 medium lasers at that quick draw. And the Black Knight will be firing, by the way, large laser, PPC, 2 mediums. Yep, so lots of energy weapons coming in on that quick draw. Got to get through that CT. It's hanging on by a thread.
All right, my quick draw did a little dance maneuver, went back 3, spent 4 to get back into the woods. Just trying to evade your fire. He knows there's a lot coming in at him. Archer ran up onto the hill. This was actually markers right about here.
Yep.
Ran up onto the hill. It's going to be firing down at the Black Knight.
Can't escape.
Across. He's going to be firing down at the Black Knight.
Cannot escape.
Enforcer planting his feet, trying to cap this objective.
Yep.
Popping off a shot at the Jenner.
Whoa. Okay. And the quick draw is also firing at the Black Knight as well.
Correct.
All right. So there we have it, guys. This is going to be another telling turn. Lots of fire coming down. We'll see if one of these mechs will drop. But so far, everybody's held together. Altenmarkt Militia of the Draconis Combine starting off shooting at their arch nemesis, the Federated Suns, the Royalston Grenadiers. Catapult K2. Twin PPCs blazing at that Highlander. I'm going to need just 6s to hit here. Here we go. All right, so it's a double whammy on that Highlander, but of course it's got a lot of armor to get through. Let's see where we hit. So that looks like it's going to be center torso and left torso. Guillotine up next, also blasting into that Highlander. Need 6s on the large laser, 7 on everything else. So it looks like the SRM misses, but everything else hits. Sorry, I didn't get that in the shot, but there it is. So now we're going to roll up for location. Now this is in the right side arc of that Highlander. Here it is. Oh, there's a headshot. Looks like a pretty decent spray though. Legs, a little bit of left arm, and it looks like a little bit of maybe right torso as well. So we'll get that in the damage recap. All right, the Black Knight hunting that quick draw. Needs 7s on the PPC, 8 on the large laser, 9s on the medium laser. So again, large laser is this big red. The little reds are the medium lasers, the blue is the PPC, yellow is our pilot die. So here we go. Need 7, 8s, and 9s. All right, so 7, 8, 9 misses. So we get 3 hits, not too bad. Rolling up location here. All right, so it's a double whammy. Now,
Cool.
I believe, Kevin, we are in the left side arc. That is center torso, so that's 18 damage to that stripped center torso. How much internal structure does that quick draw have? But this will generate some crits. We'll roll those, and we'll be right back. All right, the Jenner, arm flipping, firing back on that dancing quick draw. Can I land a shot? Kevin, I need 7s here. Let's see what I can get. So I land 1 and miss 1. This is in the rear arc. So even if I get a CT shot, I will not get into that delicious interior. But what do we get? That is just a right arm. Anything special? I don't think so. So the quick draw looks like it's going to live to fight another day. Grenadiers shooting coming right up.
All right, the quick draw is kicking it off. He's got his LRM 10, 2 mediums, and an SRM 6. He needs 8s and 10s. 8s for the LRM.
Jenner's speed paying off, but
This
see
is
what
on
happens.
the Black Knight.
I still feel like the Jenner might be confusing him a little bit. All right, you are correct. So on the Black Knight, what did we land here? Just the LRM?
Just the LRM, I believe. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Pull that out.
All right.
Just one cluster.
All right, so 5 points of damage flying in.
To
Looks
the
like
8.
it's gonna be left
torso. Enforcer's up next. He's firing down that AC-10 and large laser on the Jenner. He needs 8s. Man, oh man.
All right, I see 1 large laser, but that AC-10 does go wide. Oof, right arm.
All right, Highlander's up next. He's firing that LRM 20 rack and the PPC down at the Black Knight. He needs 7s across the board.
Woo!
There it is. Let's do the LRM check.
You were waiting for that one.
I was.
This Black Knight's not doing too hot, so this could hurt.
Yeah. But still, PPC's going to hurt.
Still 20 damage. 25 in total so far this round, so it's going to force a piloting check.
Alright, so
See a lot of right arm. And what is that? That is right torso.
Right torso as well, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, my usual closer, the Archer, is going to be coming down with the 2 LRM-20s on that Black Knight.
Black Knight wants you to leave him alone.
I need 6s.
Alright, here we go.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
One for the LRMs potentially hit me.
First cluster. Yeah, just one of them. Second cluster. 2 of them, so 3 total.
Alright. May have dodged a little bit there. Alright, getting on to location. So this is in the left side arc.
Good call, yep.
Alright, well, so there's double 7s, which in the left side arc is the left torso. And then a 5. What is that? Looks
left
like
arm.
Left arm. Alright.
Here we go, turn 6 damage report. The Black Knight venturing out of cover and pays for it, gets wrecked. PPC destroyed, left hand actuator destroyed, but still functional. The Jenner manages to dodge weapons fire, takes no hits this round, and bleeds off enough heat to shed that movement penalty, so that Jenner is in the fight. The Highlander now getting focused down. The Catapult K2, the Guillotine drilling it, headshot. The Highlander pilot is still conscious, but that mech is looking a little bit banged up. And the Archer now building up enough heat from sustained fire to suffer a movement penalty. Very little damage, just a scratch on the right arm though. And lastly, the quick draw, the Black Knight aims, fires, direct to the CT. That mech has 2 pips remaining on the center torso, fusion engine hit as well.
Alright, turn 7. So this is after movement. Kevin, 1 initiative again. I think I'm 1 for out of 7 turns this game. But these are some dire straits. Gotta definitely make something happen here. I know who Kevin's gunning for, but let's see what the militia can do here. So Catapult moved forward, staying within 3 inches of this objective. So this objective will be secured by the Combine this turn. Picking up that 2 mod, moving up the hill a little bit, going to bring PPCs and one of its medium lasers to bear on the right side arc of that Highlander. The Guillotine moving up the hill, firing on the Highlander as well, 3 mediums large SRM-6. So off on the right side there, so that Jenner jumped back, trying to take some cover behind the rock, and the Black Knight moving forward to help secure that objective. Unexpectedly though, the quick draw disappeared into the forest. So the Black Knight will be twisting to the left and firing uphill at that approaching Highlander with a large and its remaining medium lasers, one of which does have some upper arm actuator damage. So it's going to be a little bit of a tough shot, but we'll see what we can make do with.
All right, so the Highlander is coming down that hill. He's going to be firing the LRM-20, PPC, and SRM-6 into that Black Knight. I think it's going to be the left side there. Archer is also torso twisting, keeping planted where he is, and firing the LRM rack down at the Black Knight. Quick draw, ran into the woods. Tactical retreat. Tactical retreat.
Quote unquote.
But he will not be seen. He is deep into that forest. And the Enforcer coming down as well to the party at this objective on my end, and will be firing the AC-10 and large laser into the Black Knight as well.
All right, sounds good. So we'll see what shooting will bring. I like what you did with the quick draw, you know, saving that victory point. Can't cripple him this turn. And even if you bring down the Black Knight, I will get 1 point for defending that objective, but that quick draw can very quickly use its jump jets to get back, I think, potentially within range of that objective next turn. So this is unfolding interestingly. So we'll go into shooting and see what happens next. All right, Black Knight kicking us off. Firing uphill at that Highlander, just remember the PPC is destroyed, so it's just a large laser, and it's going to be 2 mediums. And so we're going to represent, I'm sorry, 2 mediums that are functional, and then one which is going to be represented by this one we usually use for small lasers. It has the additional -2 for the upper arm actuator. So I need 7s on the large laser, 8s on the functional medium lasers, and 10 on the damaged medium laser. All right, here we go. All right, so not bad. Yeah, looks like everything hits. All right, and rolling for location. All right, so nothing too great. Let's see. Well, actually, we've got some left torso in there. All right, the catapult K2 firing at that Highlander needs 6s on the PPCs, 8 on the medium laser. The legs are totally obscured, so hopefully we don't hit those. Of course, step 1 is actually hitting. So
you needed an 8, right?
On the medium laser. Why did that miss?
Yeah, got a 7.
Oops.
Cheater.
Rolling for location. Oh, Lord. All right, so that is in the left side arc. That is a 10.
Yeah, that's going to be the left arm.
Left arm, okay. Guillotine chasing down the Highlander. 6s and 7s, 6 on the large, 7 on everything else here. So, unbelievable. So, just a large laser.
It's in the rear.
Yeah, but nothing good. Left torso.
Left torso.
That Highlander's got more armor than an Atlas on the rear. I feel like it's just absurd. All right, well, moving on now. The militia's done shooting. That Jenner can't do a thing. So moving on to the Grenadiers.
All right, Enforcer's starting us off with his AC-10 and large laser. He needs a 9 to hit that Black Knight. My goodness.
Keep that up.
Highlander's up. He's got the LRM-20, PPC, and SRM-6. He needs 6s and 8 on the SRM-6. So the PPC does hit.
Missiles sailing.
Missiles are sailing.
PPC could still hurt. That Black Knight is not in good shape.
All right, an 11.
Left arm, I believe, right? Because we agreed he's actually in the front arc. So that archer in the left side. So that's going to be a left arm shot. We'll see what kind of damage that does.
Archer closing us out once again. 2 LRM-20s coming into the left side of that Black Knight. He needs 5s to hit.
All right. Whoa, wow, all over. All right, so we got just 1.
Just a 1. So disappointing.
Clusters.
So disappointing.
Black Knight could live to fight another day. That could put a thorn in your side.
Alright, 6 and 7. That's kind of helpful.
Yeah, so that 7's definitely going to be the left torso, as we are in the left side arc.
Right,
and
I
that
believe
6.
the right torso with the 6.
Yeah, we'll look that up. All right, well, damage report is coming up as you are done shooting.
Turn 7 damage report, the Black Knight on the Altenmarkt Militia continuing to take fire, continuing to survive and sponge. Critical on the left torso, left arm ripped off, but otherwise this mech is very much in the fight. The Highlander is now the focus with the quick draw fleeing, its thick hide holding up. Overall, damage is concentrated on the torso, but that Highlander's far from going down.
All right, turn 8. So, Kevin, once again, eked out the initiative. So I was at the disadvantage, had to move first. The militia has 1 point on objective 2. I do need to hold it for 2 consecutive turns to score. So if that quick draw is there, I lose that point. So I need to get rid of that quick draw. That's paramount this turn. So move the catapult up to the ridge line, guillotine up to the ridge line. We're going to be doing 2 PPCs down into the quick draw, large laser into the quick draw as primary, secondary, alpha strike into the back of the Highlander. Jenner, again, moved, just did sort of a forward-backward just to get the 1 mod, is firing in the front arc of that quick draw, 4 medium lasers there. And the Black Knight, since it has no more arm-mounted weapons, is just going to be firing its torso stuff straight up at that Highlander. And that is what we got going on.
All right. Quick Draw did his jump jet hop to the edge of the woods here. He's going to be firing 2 medium lasers into the Jenner. Everybody else is descending down this hill towards the Black Knight and using everything they have into him.
All right, sounds good. We'll shoot him coming right up. Let's see what happens next. Black Knight firing up at that Highlander, hanging on by a thread. Needs a 6 on the large laser, 7 on the medium laser. Man, can't get a thing here. Black Knight's days are coming to an end. The guillotine. So it's going to be primary firing down at the quick draw. Needs an 8 to hit. Nothing. We're going to go right into the secondary fire, which only needs a 6. He's much closer to that Highlander. So again, firing down there, just needs 6s to hit. Here we go. Still misses a whole bunch, but we do land some shots. So we need to roll up our clusters here. I'm short one. Kevin, would you do me a kindness here? All right, perfect. So roll up those clusters, 2 miss. So we only get a measly 2 mediums, 4 SRMs. Doesn't seem like it's going to do much against that Highlander. Let's see where. So I see a lot of left arm in there. But
That arm is weak.
arm is weak, but I don't think it's going to kill it. Unless you're hiding ammunition there. We're getting down to the wire here. Running out of time. The catapult needs 9s. It's a long shot. Lots of modifiers. Need 9s. Here we go. Can I get something? Well, I get 1. I missed the other. But 1 could be enough. So this is in the right side arc. Here's the location. I think that'll do it. Is an 8 CT on the right side arc? Or is this 6? It is?
Ejecting.
Alright, so that will knock out that quick draw. So we can skip shooting the Jenner and move right into the Grenadiers.
All right, that quick draw, trying a shot of desperation, 2 medium lasers into that Jenner. He needs 7s. All right, the 2 mediums.
All right, so right arm and looks like CT.
Enforcer's up. He needs 7s with the AC-10 and large laser into the formidable Black Knight, who's been
Just soaking fire.
heckling me all night. All right, so just the AC-10.
Could be enough.
A CT shot. Highlander's up. He's bringing everything he has to bear on that Black Knight, looking for vengeance for his friend, the quick draw.
All right.
5s and 7s. 7s on all the short range gear. Where's this at? There it is. What am I missing?
I don't know. Too many guns on that mech, I feel like.
There it is. All there.
So big one's the LRM, little black is the SRM, medium
Correct.
laser, PPC.
Woo!
It's a lot. And that's a good pilot die roll.
But the 7s for the short range stuff. So that is everything, I believe.
Except for the SRM, right?
Except for that SRM, that's correct.
Cool. All right.
So LRM 20.
So many clusters.
We'll use big die just because I just want to rub it in.
I don't know. It's rude.
Anyway, location.
All right. Here it comes.
Oh my gosh.
Headshot. Lots of left arm, which has been destroyed. We'll transfer in
gonna be hurtful.
at least force withdrawal, I'm thinking. We'll see. This poor Black Knight, so many adverse things.
Color dyes. We don't even know what they mean anymore.
Engine, gyro, force withdrawal. But these FedSuns, these guys are scumbags. They are going for the kill.
We're gonna destroy that Black Knight. So the LRM 20s, right?
Yeah.
We need 5s. Very failable at this rate, you know, just to rub it
We've
in.
not had a great night, but we'll see.
All right, so everything hit. Well, yeah, everything hit, but cluster-wise, first rack.
Not bad.
I'm not doing too great on cluster, so 2 from the first.
You're definitely not hitting the average there.
3 total.
Yeah, that's subpar for sure. Location. So this is
Splashy.
Turn 8 damage report, the Black Knight holding together by a thread. The mech is in forced withdrawal, the entire left side destroyed. Multiple critical hits to the internal center torso, but it's still there. And the Jenner also taking a little bit of fire, but still alive. No critical hits. It is now holding that critical objective and scores it for the Combine. The Highlander, guillotine, punches through that rear left side, almost gets an ammo critical, but that mech now starting to feel some pain, does have a movement penalty as well. And finally, across the battlefield, PPC ripping from the catapult direct into the CT of the quick draw. That mech goes up in smoke and the pilot ejects.
all right. The battlefield. Here we are.
The Grenadiers are pulling back. They are retreating from the field. We do not see a victory in hand.
Yeah. So that Black Knight surprisingly, miraculously survived the barrage with a gyro hit, 60 points of damage, made his piloting check with all those mods, just refusing to go down. They capped the objective with the death of the quick draw, so that puts the militia at 10 victory points and the Grenadiers at 4, but I still think it could have been possible. I mean, it's close. You knock that Jenner out, you knock that Black Knight out. They're both hanging on a thread, a couple victory points here and there. Very, very close game. I enjoyed it. So let's head over to our after action report and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, there it is. 8,000 point battle rep in the bag. Great game. It was a close one.
It's a heavy hitter.
Yeah, I like that mission.
That was a nice. It was a cool mission. It was a new concept we wanted to try out.
I really liked
it. Went really well.
Yeah, dude, it was fun.
Just came down to the points. Those 3 objectives you were able to get in your home region sort of gave you an early edge, and
yeah,
I just couldn't take down that Black Knight. He was
tough.
He was absorbing it all.
Yeah, well, you know, no ammo, right? All energy certainly helped. I mean, I feel like if there was any ammo bins, that thing would have been fragged. You would have found them. A couple of key things. Number one, when there was the 6 and the 3 objective left, right? Mm-hmm. And we put that on camera, and I got the 3. That was huge.
Yeah.
And that Jenner, you know, putting him out on that flank, getting him in the backfield, having him contest that objective early, I think, you know,
that made a difference as well.
Made a difference, yeah. I thought the lances were very evenly balanced. You know, they went toe-to-toe. Only one mech destroyed the entire game.
Yep, and it's only because I had to put him out there.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. Really loved the mission design. You guys should definitely try it. Very cool. Terrain was good. I like the big central ridge. Made it sort of difficult to mobilize, right, when those objectives...
yeah, I think we were both worried with all the heavy mechs whether you'd be able to traverse the map as easily.
Yeah. They did good, though. Yeah. I thought it was cool. So, good game, sir.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next one. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Give us a like. Leave us a comment. Check out our blog at dfawargaming.com. All sorts of cool stuff there. And stay tuned for a whole lot more coming your way. So, thanks again.
Thanks.
See you guys.